where the home Liberty Falcons take on the Wheeler Wildcats all the way from Marietta, Georgia, in the first game of the Les Schwab Invitational Tournament 2014. I'm Brad Stein, joined alongside Judah Newby. Did I pronounce it right?
You got it, my man.
It is Newby.
You got it.
I like
Perfect.
You're a newbie. That's good.
Yes, sir.
You're a young guy. You're
excited
a newbie.
to be here, man.
And you should be excited to be here. You're with me, and I'm with you. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to tip it off, the first game of the 2014 Les Schwab Invitational Tournament. One team from Marietta, Georgia. That's the Wheeler Wildcats, who are 9-0 on the season, taking on the Liberty Falcons at 4-2, 2-0 in their league. And here's the tip-off. Won by Wheeler. That's Makai Eastman, the guard, the 5'10" junior. We'll go through the lineups as we progress over here. Jalen Brown, Hakeem Ankrum. There's the first shot that went short, front of the rim. Rebound comes away to Liberty, and that's pulled down by number 21, Jacob Mass. And here come the Falcons. Mass is going to take a 16-footer, and he's on the mark for the first 2 points of the game.
They're going to need that. Jacob Mass, an offensive leader. Liberty employing a 2-3 zone early. It's going to be up to Jalen Brown in the backcourt of Wheeler to try to shoot themselves out of it.
Jalen Brown, of course, number 0 for the Wheeler Wildcats, the number 2 ranked player in the country. There he spins and dunks it,
Lord.
Showing you 6'7" power and frame.
There's not very many players in the country like him. A unique talent. Everyone knows it. The number 2 recruit in the country coming into this weekend's Invitational. What athleticism he displays early on.
There's a three-pointer. That one rolls off, and fighting for the rebound. Ooh, and that was what a save there, but to the wrong team. That's Liberty, and they take the shot and finally cleared by Wildcats. Thank God he's it over the chairs. And here come the Wildcats back on the offense, 2-2 with 6:44 remaining in the first quarter. We go with 8-minute quarters here at the Les Schwab. And there's Jalen, and this time he misses, and another rebound pulled away by number 21, Mast.
So Brown has taken 3 shots on 3 possessions so far for Wheeler, 1 for 3, including that thunderous dunk a couple of possessions ago.
That was Kyle Wizard with the ball, this 5'6" senior. And Alvarado brings it to the rim, can't get the... Oh, good steal by Walker, and he puts it in.
Beautiful play by Walker. Goes to show you, always hustle to the offensive glass. You never know. Brown got a little careless with the basketball, pulling it down. Walker makes him pay. Love the energy from Liberty early on.
Falcons up 4-2 with 6 minutes left in the first. That was Jalen Brown who had the ball stolen from him. And here's another three-point attempt. That one short, hits the front of the rim, and the ball comes away to Kyle Wizard. Wizard's going to bring that up, and there's Mast. Made that last jumper back to Wizard.
Mast really is comfortable on the right side of the floor here. We saw him pull up from about 15 feet that first time. He missed his second attempt, but if he's open from inside the three-point area, he'll take it.
And that's where he was warming up, and he made most of his shots, probably around 75%. There's Mast again. This time he kicks it out for three-pointer, and Alvarado gets the three-pointer in the first bucket for him. 7-2 the lead for Liberty.
Jacob Mast, Alvarado, a couple of 3 juniors that lead this team. Great shot from him.
Count the basket. That was Darius Perry, the 6'2" sophomore guard.
And these guys, aside from Jalen Brown, they're still, what a supporting cast. I mean, this is the number 10 ranked team in the country. They're undefeated on there, and they're coming off a huge win last Tuesday against the number 1 team in the country, Montverde. I mean, this team is for real, and they're looking to make noise in the national tournament.
Shea Patterson completes the three-point play. And 7-5 early with 5:15 left in the first. Brad and Newby doing it live.
Oh, hey, y'all.
I like that. I love that name. And that one is a turnover on Wheeler. And right now, Wheeler looks a little sloppy.
They do look a little bit sloppy, but they look like a team that has a lot more athleticism than Liberty, and that's to be expected, and a lot more pure, raw talent. But it's going to be up to them to execute, because Liberty, a 5A school here from Oregon, if they can execute their fundamentals, they're going to keep themselves in this game.
And that was one of the fundamentals. Easy layup, just missed by number 30, Lane Josie. And the rebound comes away to Jalen Brown. There he is all the way to the hoop. It's going to be really easy for Brown. He was unstoppable in that game that you were talking about last week. Just unstoppable.
And now they employ the pressure defense.
Good pass, though, underneath. Misses it. Offensive rebound by Josie. Josie puts it back in.
I like Josie. This guy, he's in the right place at the right time, and he can clean up misses.
He's slick. 9-7, Liberty on top of Wheeler early. 4.5 minutes left in the first. moving the ball around. We're going to see a lot of that. Makai Eastman inside.
So that shot's going to be open all day from Makai Eastman.
Oh, that was actually Akram who took the shot, number 11.
Excuse me, yes.
And here's a little pressure by the Wildcats. Liberty just needs to wide open shot. Greenlee might as well take it. Greeny doesn't make it. And a steal, another turnover by Wheeler. And here comes Liberty. Waiting, that's Kyle Wizard. Gets the ball, moving around. There's Alvarado, thinks about the three, corner three. Now it's open. Oh, in and out. Battling for the rebound. Mast is still doing it, and another offensive board for Liberty. And the three-point shot, Wizard. That's off to the left and finally cleared by the Wildcats.
For the height that Wheeler has and as an advantage, I'm surprised they're not a little bit cleaner on the defensive glass.
Perry sinks that one, and it's a three-pointer.
But when you can shoot like that, sometimes it can make up for some other misses. Darius Perry, 6 points for him early.
First lead for Wheeler. They're up 12-9. There's a three-point shot. And guess who it is? It's your boy, Jacob Mast. Great
shooter. He has the ability to box out on both ends of the floor as well. He's a junior leader for this team. They'll need him big in this one and in the invite as a whole.
And we'll have a foul on Mast as we're tied up at 12 with 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the first.
Oh, only the second foul call of the game. It's been kind of an up and down pace here through the first 4.5 minutes or so. Both teams kind of settling in. I'm sure a lot of nervous energy for a team like Liberty, Brad, especially because a 5A school, they've got some talent, but they're looking to build off a pretty good year last year, but they are overmatched talent-wise in this game. But, boy, it's really good to see their energy.
That is true, but they are returning all 5 starters from last year. As you see another corner three. That one's hit by Phillips. Shambari Phillips, who signed with the University of Tennessee, one of their all-star players. And look at that, Mast again, inside, off the glass. Jacob Mast.
He knows what he's doing down there, that's for sure.
Using that 6'4" size. The junior coming to play early.
Now, Blake Walker is another junior that didn't get the start in this game, but along with Alvarado and Mast, those are a trio of juniors that do a really good job leading this Liberty team.
And we're having a three-point frenzy shootout. That time it was Eastman.
That's 4 consecutive three-pointers from Wheeler. If Liberty's going to have to do something to get out of their zone because Wheeler's taking advantage of it.
Good ball movement right now by Liberty, trying to move the ball around, getting a good open shot. Mast at the wing, just moving it. There's Alvarado, one of their best players. Now he's stopped. No shot clock, remember, here in high school basketball in Oregon. We have a timeout called by the Liberty Falcons. Smart, you don't want to turn it over right now. 18-14, Wheeler on top of Liberty early. Still plenty of time with 2:08 left.
But still, that includes 4 consecutive three-pointers from Wheeler, and it's just a 4-point lead. Now, Liberty, they decided to go to the 2-3 zone to start, and they're going to force Wheeler to make open shots from the perimeter, and those shots are going to be open. They're kind of banking on, listen, it's a team going coast to coast, playing in a different gym, playing on different rims that they're not accustomed to, and that's a big deal to really good shooters from the outside. Jaylen Brown was 1 for 3 early. We saw that thunderous dunk, and of course he's one of the headlining names here. I mean, everybody wants to get a glimpse of this guy, and Ben Simmons later on in the tournament as well. Jaylen Brown, that dunk was incredible, but right now it's the supporting cast. His other teammates coming up big.
Yeah.
Darius Perry, Shambari Phillips, the Tennessee commit. Both of them have 3 three-pointers.
And if they're going to be hitting shots like that, they're going to make it very difficult for this Liberty defense. And Jacob Mast has been the big story offensively for the Falcons. As Liberty trying to move the ball, 1:53 left. And there comes a pressure defense. We're going to have a foul called, and to the unliking of Makai Eastman, but he'll get credit for the foul. It's his first.
Eastman just doing his job, kind of snooping around the backs of the ball handlers, seeing what we can do to cause disruption.
Wheeler comes with 5 state championships in 95, 02, 03, 05, and 2009, and trying to get one this year. And there's Mast again.
Hello.
Oh, he's rejected by Jaylen Brown, the number 2 ranked player. But there it is. It's quickly stolen away by Liberty. And another wonderful pass. Oh, a little bit too much passing there by Liberty, and the ball is loose. And we're going to have a foul go the other way.
They're going to call a tripping, I believe. Either that or a kickball on Kobe Alvarado. But, boy, Jaylen Brown. Look at him get up and swat that thing.
He's got some heights.
The 6'7", number 0.
A lot of people here in the stadium are to watch Jaylen Brown. And there he is again with another dunk. It doesn't seem like Liberty wants any bit of that. He's like, get out of my way.
To be expected. Some of these plays are going to go on the highlight reel for him.
Here comes Alvarado with the ball. Nice pass to Kaiser and rolls out, and there's Jalen with the rebound. And the pressure him as soon as he gets the rebound, trying to get this steal, and it's worked for most of this first quarter. And there's Brown from the top. Nice pass underneath to Phillips, and can't get it.
Strong defense from Byron Greenlee, the senior.
And Mast is there. Some nice ball movement. Kaiser to Mast from the top for three. Front of the rim short, and here comes Jalen Brown again with another rebound. Going to bring it up the right side of the court, and we'll have a foul.
Yeah, that's not a bad foul.
Not at all.
I mean, Jalen Brown has just made his hay in the last minute or so by catching around the free throw line with nobody manning up against him because they're staying in the zone, and now he's got room to work with inside the painted area. That's bad news if you're trying to go up against Jalen Brown like that, and he's made Liberty pay the last couple possessions.
To watch Jalen Brown. There he is again with another dunk. To watch Jalen. 34 seconds remaining in the first. 20-14, that's the score. The Wildcats on top. Liberty started off with a nice, comfortable lead, and the three-point shooting by Wheeler, and, of course, Jalen Brown and all the dunks. And that's been the difference the last 5 minutes.
Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot here with about 17 seconds to go. With a 6-point lead, let's see if they can extend it to 8 or even 9.
Good strategy by head coach Doug Lipscomb.
Legendary in these high school ranks.
Yes, he is. And that one's stolen again with 3 seconds left. Let's see if Liberty can get a shot off. They do, and it's just off. Good try by Ryan Kaiser. And that will do it for the first quarter here at Liberty High School for the Les Schwab Invitational Tournament. Liberty trailing 20-14 to the Wheeler Wildcats all the way from beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And welcome back to Hillsboro, Oregon, Liberty High School. Brad Stein and Judah Newby doing it live. And Liberty's going to take over for the first possession of the second quarter. Nice pass underneath, and there's the layup. There's your boy, Jacob Mast.
Man, Aaron Johnson, that is an outstanding play to come out in the second quarter early. A little backdoor screen and an easy look at the rim.
Good move by Abdur Rahim, and scores back up 22-16, Falcons lead. Wheeler can't be careless with the ball. Every possession counts. You know that Liberty's going to put up a lot of points. You just got to settle down, don't turn it over, and get a good shot selection. And that one's a little bit too strong, battling for the rebound. Good try by number 33, Tyler Parker. And here come the Wildcats. And right there, nice shot. One's a Cameron Jordan, who just checked in, the 6'5" junior. He can also shoot. A lot of shooters on this team and a lot of athleticism, like you mentioned. Traveling violation. There's that turnover by Jacob Mast that you don't want to do in this type of game.
Well, you mentioned it just a little bit ago, Brad, about every possession counting for Liberty. And so the unforced errors is a statistic in tennis, and it also applies here to the basketball court. Those unforced errors, those free giveaways, Those are tough to come by when you're going up a team as
doing it live. And Liberty's going to take over for the first possession of the second quarter. Nice pass underneath, and there's doing it live. And Liberty's going to take over for the first possession of the second quarter. Nice pass underneath, and there's doing it live. Darius Perry, nice pass underneath, and there he is. Jalen tried to dunk it, but he still laid it in. Jalen Brown, another bucket, and Liberty is trailing 26-16. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Pass underneath. Oh, rejected. It's the athleticism. The athleticism is just amazing. Mass tried to get it off, and here we go on the other side.
Wheeler's just having fun now. They're using top 2 perimeter guys to really fly around to the ball and force Liberty to pass and make the pass down low. And taking away those lanes, that's not easy to do, and Liberty's finding it a difficult road.
Alvarado a little bit too strong with that shot, and the ball goes back over to Wheeler.
But their length and their athleticism, it really stands out.
And when I took a look at the rosters like that, is a lot of length, a lot of disparity there. And we're going to have a foul called on Liberty.
Jacob Mast with the blocking foul that time. Only the 4th team foul.
And Greenlee will be checking in, and Vast is going to be going out. Mast. The 4th team foul called on Liberty. Non-shooting foul, 6 minutes and 6 seconds. We have a lot of games to call. Judah, a lot.
It'll be a lot of fun, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of the talent. I mean, it's not hard to find how exciting that the talent here. This is one of the more premier events in the entire nation. A lot of scouts, a lot of future Division I and D2 coaches taking a look at these players.
Jordan. There he is, Cameron Jordan.
Not to be confused with the New Orleans Saints defensive end, Cameron Jordan.
Okay, and no relation to Michael Jordan.
Well, I don't know about that. The way he's balling right now.
Maybe. Yeah, you never know. There's a lot of Jordans out there.
If Jordan was my last name, I'd even make up I was a relative.
That's Lane Josie now with the ball. No shot clock. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Liberty trailing by 12, 28-16. They can cut it to single digits with a triple here. Good play defensively by, guess who? Jalen Brown. And there he is. Oh, he misses a dunk. Jalen Brown, a little bit too hard, and Liberty needs to take advantage of this. They're going to move the ball around, and Wizard has it stolen away. And Wheeler back on the attack. Oh, nice move. There's Cameron Jordan. And Jordan showing his athleticism. There's a lot of it.
Yeah, and Cameron Jordan's finish at the rim. It contrasts nicely with Jalen Brown's missed dunk attempt. It goes to show if you try the safe route, you're most likely going to get your 2.
Josie too strong with that corner 3, and the ball still remains to the Falcons. 4:54 remaining.
Of course, we mentioned that Wheeler got that big win on Tuesday over Montverde. And Montverde hadn't lost in nearly 2 years going into that match. 44 straight games.
Alvarado, a little bit too strong with that one, and the rebound comes away to the Wildcats in transition. Pass, but no one's there, and there's one guy there. His name is Alvarado, and there's a layup and lays it in. And he cuts it to a 12-point game, 30-18.
Take your opportunities when you can get them, absolutely. Wheeler being a little bit careless with the basketball, and Liberty makes him pay on the other end.
Just a good job by Liberty just moving the ball around. There's Brown. He's fouled before the shot. Let's see who they're going to get.
That double team sliding over to take away that gap, that has to happen a little bit quicker now for Liberty. They're going to try to take away that inside driving lane for Jalen Brown, but they got to do it a little quicker because Brown's quickness and his length and his sheer stride gets him to the rack with like 2 steps.
2 steps. It's amazing. And that one's in and out. Offensive rebound by Wheeler, and finally pulled away by Kobe Alvarado.
Jacob Mast, that was a great block. Staying with that rebound. Nice effort.
3-point shot, buries it. Jacob Magera from long distance. Back to single digits, 30-21. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Quickly, Cameron Jordan's rejected out of bounds. The ball will remain with Wheeler.
Tyler Parker with the backside rejection that time. Or, excuse me, that was Lane Josie coming up to clean that up. But great help defense. Seeing the shot attempt baseline and then wiping it away.
What do you do? What do you say to your team when you're playing a team like this with so much length, so much athleticism, 9-0 on this season, 5 state championships in the last 15 years? How do you prepare them?
Well, for one, you got to play within yourself. Don't let the game become too much for you. Do what you do best. Run your offense and your defense, and trust that things like that
will happen.
Unforced turnovers are going to happen in this game. Now, granted, when you're playing a team like Wheeler that's so good at shooting the basketball from the perimeter, you got to make your own shots. Liberty early on was making shots. That gave them the lead. In the second quarter here now with 3:35 to go until halftime, they haven't been as hot shooting from the floor. They'll still get their looks at the rim, but with Wheeler's ability to clean up the defensive glass, you might not get a ton of opportunities at the offensive glass, so those shots are going to be at a premium for Liberty.
Shea Patterson with the travel.
Stay patient. Good screen.
Magera with the right-hander.
Losi, a great screen.
4 points
in
a row for Magera. Cuts it to a 7-point lead.
It's a good, simple offense, but it goes to show you what patience will do for you. You stay within yourself, keep your feet on the ground, and see if you can get an open look.
Jordan from inside the free throw line. He's just money right there. He's having a lot of open looks. So is this whole Wheeler's team. A lot of open looks. Back up to a 32-23 game. They're going to go inside to the big man, Greenlee. Greenlee using a right-handed hook.
Oh,
that was something different.
Greenlee.
Yeah, different.
Beautiful look.
Oh, Jaylen Brown tried to be a little fancy with the behind-the-back pass or behind-the-neck head pass. Didn't work out. Another turnover. And we've seen Wheeler turn the ball over. Liberty just has to take advantage, possession by possession. It's only a 7-point game right now, 32-25. And you have 2:37 in the first half, plenty of time.
Well, Wheeler knows that they've got the advantage athletically and versatility-wise. And so what they're doing right now is they're just trusting themselves to make the right play, to make the open shots. And they're not worried about any misses or any throwaways like that. They might be a little bit careless at times, but they'll live with that because on the other end of the floor, they're going to be forcing a lot of turnovers and cleaning up the defensive glass to the point where they can get away with a couple turnovers here and there. It's, Brad, when it's starting to be every other trip down the floor and they're making turnovers like the one that Brown just made, then they should start to worry if that's happening on a little bit more frequent of a basis. But give Liberty a lot of credit. I mean, the last couple possessions, Greenlee with the little right-handed hook shot with his back to the basket.
Nice. That was real nice.
It seems like he's practiced that shot before. And in 5A, Liberty's a really quality team.
Give the Falcons credit. They've used a little outside, inside game. They've done a little bit of everything. They've scored in transition. You just got to minimize those turnovers and maximize when Wheeler gives you the ball. It's about efficiency, and there it could be almost a turnover. A good play by Liberty to get it back. Greenlee.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, they're going for the steal. Jacob Magera with the ball, and there's Mast, who just checked back in. Going inside the Greenlee, thought about it. Now back outside to Magera. Magera in and out. And we're going to have a foul on Byron Greenlee, excuse me.
Really like the inside-out approach, though. Mast was one-on-one with Jaylen Brown. He didn't let the matchup get to him. He threw it inside to Greenlee first, and Greenlee a nice calm pass to the outside. Liberty knows what they're doing, and they know what's going to work for them offensively.
32-25. That's the lead for the Wheeler Wildcats, all the way from Marietta, Georgia. Thought about the open three, had it. Didn't take it. Darius Perry back out. He's moving the ball around. Eastman. Now Phillips. And now Eastman's going to take the three. Too strong. Back of the rim. Another offensive rebound. And loses the ball. No foul is called. But the ball will remain with the Wildcats.
So as Jaylen Brown gets older, he's going to find that once he gets that rebound, he has to keep it above his shoulders. When he brings it down low like that, it allows the guards to swipe at it, just like what happened right there. If he keeps the ball high, it's an easy two. But you continue to see Wheeler getting patient for their outside shot and letting that fall. Now, like three defenders converging on Brown.
They're going to triple team him. He's going to go inside. And there he fights for another offensive rebound.
Oh.
That time he puts it back and gets it. Big offensive rebound by Jaylen Brown, and we're seeing why he's the number 2 ranked player in high school. The size, the athleticism, speed, he can jump.
The best part about that, referees call a delay of game on Brown after the ball goes through the rim and lands on his afro.
That's really his fault. And a careless turnover by Liberty. We mentioned it a few times. Jacob Magera couldn't control that pass.
Brown was literally walking back to half court and touching his hair like, man, it was just on top of my head. Nothing I could do.
Yeah, you got to get a haircut, or maybe he wants a few extra inches with that one. And he puts it back in again. Jaylen Brown, 4 straight points for Brown and a 36-25 lead for the Wildcats with a $1:08 left in the first half. Liberty Falcons, the home team in Hillsboro, Oregon, and they're struggling in the second quarter. McGarrett has the open three. He takes it and misses it off to the right.
Yep.
And they can say the ball's out, and look at that, belongs to Liberty. A break for the Falcons.
Makai Eastman has been handling the point guard duties, but he just flies around everywhere for Wheeler. A lot of energy. He's disappointed that his heel was out of bounds on that play. Almost came up with the loose ball.
There's Jacob Mass, who's been quiet in the second half. He dishes it out to McGarrett. They're going to call an offensive charge. We've seen a couple fouls on him, a traveling violation, and now an offensive foul.
And we saw Darius Perry taking that charge right there. He's grimacing a little bit, grabbing his right wrist. But Perry's one of those guys who's a key contributor on this team. We saw him with a three-point play earlier in the game and the three-pointer a few possessions ago. Now taking a charge.
Liberty is very content by giving some open shots to the Wildcats, but they don't want to give that type of open shot. And there he is again, flying in the air, Jaylen Brown. It's like, are you going to come down already? So we can give you credit for the shot.
That is great coaching. Great coaching as well, because earlier he was posting up along the foul line waiting for that. That time they put him baseline. You can't triple team a guy down on the baseline or else all 4 other guys will be open. Brown had the easy look at the rim.
And Jacob Mass moving the ball around Kobe Alvarado, this 5'6" junior guard.
Nope.
And another traveling violation, another turnover on this Falcons team, and it goes right back over to the Wildcats.
And that's what Wheeler's looking for defensively. They're doubling the ball handler along the three-point line. Got to have good, quick passing or beautiful dribbling to get out of it.
And that time a missed three by Brown as it rolls back in. A little bit, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Do you believe that? It was like rolling. Okay, he missed it. He made it.
Shimbari Phillips with the tip in there.
Wow.
But, yeah, Phillips, of course, going to the University of Tennessee, but just beats the buzzer. It's eerily reminiscent to the way that the end of the first half was on Tuesday between Wheeler and Montverde, because I believe it was Phillips, one of the Wheeler players, also had a tip in right before the buzzer to give Wheeler some momentum at the end of that first half. And now Shimbari.
Welcome back to Hillsboro, Oregon, the home of Liberty High School. And the Liberty Falcons trailing 40-25 against the Wheeler Wildcats all the way from Marietta, Georgia. First time for Liberty in the Les Schwab tournament. You believe that? Being here, having it played at your school, only the first time. And, of course, Wheeler's in their second time. They played back in 2006. And we're starting things off. Wheeler on offense first after having a commanding 15-point lead. But some good basketball, though.
Yeah, good quality basketball from both sides. That point you mentioned earlier, Liberty, they've hosted this thing now for 11 straight years, and the first time in those, now their 12th year hosting that they get to play in it. Pretty special.
Another offensive rebound by the Wildcats, and we're going to have our first foul of the second half called on the Falcons.
Yeah, some stats from the first half. Jaylen Brown leads all scorers with 14. He was 7 for 12 from the field, 0 for 3 from three-point land, according to the stat book, and 8 rebounds already. So 14 and 8 through the first half for Jaylen Brown.
They try to lob it to the big man Jaylen, but a little bit too high. Jaylen's tall, and he can jump, but not that high.
I love the idea. I love the play. Show off the athleticism when you can.
And a nice move by Phillips, Shabari Phillips, going to the University of Tennessee. Another great athlete, 6'7", the senior. Just a lot of it, and they're starting to really show it the last second quarter and now the start of the third quarter with a couple offensive rebounds. Let's see how Liberty plays this offensively. Nice move by Alvarado. Can't get the layup to go, and another rebound, and it comes to Jaylen Brown.
Alvarado does everything right on that drive except make it. That was pretty.
Got to finish. Eastman loses the ball, and we're going to have an overback call.
Yeah, if you're Wheeler, those are the types of things that you don't want to have happen. Yeah, 6 steals for Liberty in the first half. 7 turnovers committed by Liberty, but 10 turnovers committed by Wheeler. I don't know about you, Brad, but it seemed like Liberty's was the one that turned the ball over a little bit too much, and then Wheeler doing the same. But
yeah, well, they didn't make Wheeler pay enough. And there's a missed three-pointer by the man who just came in there, Blake Walker. And the rebound goes to the Wildcats. Cleaning the glass, that's what they do very well. And they're going to go inside to the big man. How many big men Ankrum, we're going to have another foul called. As you saw that number 10 for Liberty just checked in, Blake Walker for number 44, Byron Greenlee.
Yeah, Blake Walker, an outstanding athlete at this Liberty program as he goes over to talk to his coach, Aaron Williams. Plays football, also an integral member of this basketball team, one of the junior contributors.
And he's undecided where he's going to play his college ball, but he's definitely wanted somewhere.
You talk about the outstanding size of Wheeler. Well, you look across at the #1 team in the nation, Montverde. They can start all 5 guys 6'7" or taller, and then they can have a 6-man coming off the bench at 6'10". So
nice.
When Wheeler matches up with Montverde, they're actually going small and playing up and down the floor.
A lot of flexibility when you have that size.
Absolutely.
Slowing it down is Kyle Wizard. He's guarded by number 20, Darius Perry. Has it into Blake Walker. No shot clock, remember, Oregon high school basketball. 6:13 left in the third, 42-25. Wheeler on top of Liberty. Still early, plenty of time, and there's Alvarado for the 3, and he misses that one. And the rebound comes away to Mast. Jacob Mast with another rebound, then he loses it. You gotta be efficient when you force these turnovers. And there's a lob and a missed dunk. That's a second missed dunk by Jaylen Brown. We were hoping for showtime, but we'll get some a little bit later. 3-pointer by Wizard. Wizard proves that he could be the Wizard if he keeps that up. 42-28, that's your score. Let's see if this wakes up the Falcons in the second half. As they're going to count this basket and the foul. Another unbelievable play by number 23, Shambari Phillips.
Boy, there's so many things to talk about every single time down the floor. First of all, those hops shown by Jaylen Brown. I can't wait to see those in the slam dunk contest coming up. I believe that's Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock right here in this building.
He is a contestant, correct?
Oh, yes, he is a contestant. I'm sure he's going to
I would feel cheated if he wasn't.
Yeah, give the fans something that they're going to pay for to see that slam dunk contest. But that's now a couple dunk attempts by Brown that haven't gone down for him. And then Wizard with a 3 at the other end.
Got to move the ball around and get a good shot. I'm sure that's what Aaron Johnson stressed at halftime. Trailing by 17 points. Here's Blake. Blake uses the backboard. He gets the 3. It doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as you do it. And the 6'3" Blake Walker hit a 3-pointer, and a timeout is called with 5:20 left in the third. 45-31, Wheeler.
Well, that will count in this game, Brad, but I don't know if you're playing pickup, man. You better be able to call that glass shot, man. Bank is open.
The bank is
for
open.
Blake on that one. Jaylen Brown, by the way, he's only 1 rebound shy of a double-double as you get a look at him right here. Look at that. A beautiful finish. That was actually Shambari Phillips. That was the and one that we just saw a moment ago from Shambari Phillips. I tell you what, Jaylen Brown.
Transition also.
Jaylen Brown's got plenty of athleticism, but Phillips has been very impressive to me as well throughout this game. I mean, he's had athletic tip-ins. He's been busy and active around the rim. And that off-balance finish, the hoop and the harm.
He's like that Dwayne Wade, doesn't he?
He's very good, yeah, and good body control
Uses the glass, good body control, gets fouled, still makes a shot. He's like, he could be the #1, or he's very content being the #2 to Jaylen Brown. He reminds me of Dwayne Wade. I like the comparison. Have to go NBA here. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Brad Stein and Judah Newby doing this at the Les Schwab Invitational at Liberty High School in beautiful Hillsboro, Oregon on another gorgeous evening. Dry as usual, never rains a lick here. Don't believe what they tell you. Oh, and a travel violation. Another turnover on Wheeler. Liberty will get the ball back.
And Darius Perry's wondering what he did wrong right there. There were some active hands in the middle. But it's definitely good to see from Liberty that they're making it harder to penetrate the inside, because in that first and second quarter, Jaylen Brown was having a field day inside the painted area.
Alvarado with the ball, the point guard. You see Mast moving it around to Magera, and then to Blake Walker. And it's stolen away, playing around a little bit too much. They will make you pay, Eastman. And the ball will remain with the Wildcats.
Yeah, Eastman's got to go to the rim with that. He has his man beaten. He's getting a little too fancy, going for the behind-the-head pass, the no-look pass, a little channeling his inner Showtime.
I agree. You got to get the easy layup, the points.
Blake Walker was beaten on that, but he did all he could to get back, and he deflected the pass away and out of bounds. So good hustle on his part. I'd like to see Eastman try to go to the rack with that, though.
The Wildcats remain with possession. That time he is off, Phillips, but another offensive rebound, fighting for it. And now you see Jaylen Brown coming away. They're finally going to call the foul as Jaylen Brown had good position.
And if they call that a rebound, that's going to be Brown's 10th. That is a double for him.
Early. Still plenty of time to add to those numbers. Jaylen Brown will go to the line for a pair.
14 points and 10 rebounds for him.
If you're Liberty, how do you prevent this team from attacking the offensive glass?
You got to do all you can to team rebound. That means every man has to find a body. That can be a hard thing to do, though, especially when you're playing zone. Because when you're playing zone and a shot goes up, you're not already automatically manned a body to a body. You got to go find someone and block them out. Other than that, you're also outmanned on the height advantage as well. So it's a difficult task. At any case, if there is a long rebound, if a rebound goes to the floor, you have to out-hustle the other team.
15-point deficit for Liberty. Working hard as Alvarado, just trying to find an open guy. And there's McGarrett. He's about to lose the ball. He gets his pocket picked, and then he quickly fouls Darius Perry. Another turnover, another steal. The Wildcats really intensifying that defense.
And they do it when they want to. I would love to see what this team is like if they keep doing that pressure defense, taking away passing lanes and bothering the ball handlers for the entire game. Because
seems like they could just do it at will.
They can. And they've got the athleticism, the speed, the quickness to do it and get easy buckets at the other end.
Cameron Jordan back in the game. They're going to go inside the Brown again. Nice pass to Jordan. Jordan's going to use the glass, and he banks it in.
Love to see that patience from Brown on the inside. He's no stranger to that. You can go watch any highlight video of him as well, and you'll see his ability to pass on the interior.
Another steal. That's Phillips. Phillips gets fouled. He doesn't like that. It was a little bit hard, but thought it was a good, clean foul by Kobe Alvarado, doing what he can to prevent an easy basket.
Now you see it, the last 2 or 3 trips down the floor. Liberty's ball handlers really getting pressured. And those steals are going to happen. And it's just difficult because if you're touching the ball as often as Colby Alvarado is and Kyle Wizard is, you just got to either try to get rid of it when you can, and there's going to be open guys to pass it to, or you got to play within yourself and trust your dribbling ability.
Phillips makes the first of 2.
And while Phillips takes his first, the rest of the Wheeler team is all over their assistant coaching staff. Not bothering for any offensive rebound or anything, just trusting he's going to make the shot.
More pressure by Phillips on Alvarado. 3:45 remaining in the third. Blake Walker just trying to get loose is difficult. He's going to go left. He's going to go baseline. Nice pass, but not ready for it was Lane Josie. Ball will remain with the Falcons. No shot clock. They're doing fine. McGarrett passing it out to number 33, Parker. And now we're finally going to have a call. Blake Walker drew the foul. And let's see. And they're going to call it on Brown, his first.
Well, with Blake Walker, since he's coming into the game, he's showing pretty good energy. But every time that he gets the ball, it stops with him. He's got to keep it moving. Either if it's dribbling up to the top of the key or finding someone to swing the ball to, he's got to move with it.
There you go. Another one. Transition and another hard foul as Jaylen Brown was going to go showtime. And look at that. Good sportsmanship by Brown as Alvarado commits his second straight personal foul. A hard one, but it was a good, clean foul.
Alvarado simply is flying to try to recover and
seems
make
like he's
these
limping
fouls.
Right now, too.
Oh, man, he's crashing in the stands 2 or 3 times this quarter alone. That's going to be his 4th personal as well, and almost every single one of those was trying to recover in transition.
Just more pressure by Wheeler, forcing the turnovers, and then in transition with Brown and Phillips, they're just so devastating. You just got to foul them hard and hope they don't get the shot off.
You know, Kyle Wizard, the 5'6" senior guard, will re-enter for Alvarado.
And Brown misses the second. 51-31, 20-point lead for the Wildcats. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third. More pressure, almost a turnover. Wizards just trying to get the ball somewhere, trying to become a Wizard. Can he? Another turnover, and Brown comes away with the ball for the Wildcats. And he throws a careless pass and a turnover. He was looking for his buddy Shambari Phillips.
You know, every time Wheeler turns the ball over, I look to the coaching staff to see the reaction of Doug Lipscomb. And it's not one of frustration. It's one of kind of just like sheer joy. Like, hey, I love playing this frenetic pace. Of course, mistakes are going to happen, but, man, I love getting up and down the floor. He's smiling. He's laughing. He's encouraging his guys to get up and down and make those type of plays.
Now they're playing hard, and they had a good first half. And we're going to have a foul, or we have a timeout before any foul or travel was called. Liberty calls the timeout with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left. 51-31. Wheeler on top of Liberty. Brad Stein and Judah Newby doing this live all the way from beautiful Hillsboro, Oregon at Liberty High School. The Les Schwab Invitational Tournament 2014. The first year for the home team Liberty and the second year for Wheeler.
You talk about Liberty. They're returning 5 starters, as you mentioned earlier, Brad, and it's going to work out for them. They're going to be one of the top teams in Oregon Class 5A, a team that they've had to deal with in 5A for a long time. Jefferson, the Democrats, they're now in 6A now. That opens the door a little bit more for a team like Liberty to try to make a deep run in 5A, but the rest of the teams in this field, I mean, there's just so much good talent. Tomorrow we'll have Reynolds and Jesuit, Jefferson and South Salem, followed by Central Catholic and Lake Ridge. That's all in the early session, and then the afternoon session is just as good. Lake Oswego takes on Peninsula. Another out-of-state team, Rainier Beach. They won this thing last year. They're taking on Oregon City.
Yeah, I remember Rainier Beach called a couple of their games last year. Scintillating performance.
And so many individual good players.
No matter the outcome of this game, Liberty is going to take away one thing from this game, and that's experience. You got to play one of the best teams in the nation. And you're learning a lot. And this time Wizard gets the ball. There's a double team, but he beats it, and Blake's open. Good ball movement, moving it around. Josie thought about it. Now he puts his back to the basket. Open 3 for Wizard, and Wizard comes up short. Another defensive rebound, and that is Jalen Brown.
Increases his double-double already.
The Wildcats find an open man underneath. That's Abdur Rahim. And doesn't get it to go, but the ball still will remain with the Wildcats.
Josie's got great length down there. I think it was him and Tyler Parker who was able to get that block shot as well.
Yeah, looked like they both got a piece of it. I didn't know who to give it to.
Bilal Abdur-Rahim.
You don't give half of block shots. Phillips misses the 3. The good defensive rebound. And here comes Tyler Parker. Thought about it. Back out to McGarrah. McGarrah makes a move. You got to be careful with these passes. There's his bodies flying around. It goes high. Wow, what a move. Tyler Parker over Jalen Brown. He had a sky in and put that ball all the way up almost to the ceiling.
I see you, Tyler. That was a great piece of work.
McGarrah goes inside. Now inside, outside. Great ball movement by Wheeler. A missed ball, but another offensive rebound. Another missed layup. And Blake Walker comes away with a great block, and they're going to call a jump ball. Good defense. Way to stick with it. You're not getting the rebound. Put your hands up and block a shot.
Abdur-Rahim has got to know he's the only one backside to get that offensive rebound. He had all the time in the world to collect it with 2 hands and lay it in if he wanted. Instead, he went with the one-handed rebound, tried to make it one movement, and he missed it.
Blake Walker, another double team, beating the press. Here comes Wizard, breaking it down. McGarrah open for 3. He's off to the right. Defensive rebound goes again to Jalen Brown. What is he at, 13 now?
13 rebounds.
He is just tearing it. Phillips for 3 from the corner, and Phillips buries another one.
Actually, probably the most impressive player that I've seen play today. You know the expectations for Jalen Brown, but every time Phillips touches the ball, something good happens.
He's money. He really is money. He's very efficient as a shooter. Blake having trouble once again. This is too much. Their defense has really intensified the second half. Blake makes a pass, another turnover, another steal. Here comes Phillips. He's double teamed. He's fouled. He throws the ball up. The shot won't count, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, the pressure defense for Wheeler has really intensified, as you mentioned. It's led to a lot of points off turnover opportunities and plays at the rim. They have been nonchalant. I think that's the word to characterize them. A little bit nonchalant with the basketball. They trust their own skill and they trust their own team chemistry. And more often than not, that it works out for them. But the times that it doesn't work out for them, it looks pretty bad. But thankfully for them, they've got the perimeter shooting to make up for any turnovers or misplaced with the basketball.
And that was silent Jacob Mast in the second half with the rebound. There's Mast, kicks it out to Blake for an open corner three, and he's short with that, the side of the rim. Another rebound, that's 14 for Jaylen Brown. And Brown's going to lead the break. Let's see if anyone's going to stop him. Kicks it out to Phillips from the wing. Phillips, 2 in a row. Count it, 57-33 with 28 seconds remaining. Another steal. Here comes showtime. Oh, boy. Cameron Jordan says, look what I can do.
Beautiful. Those opportunities are going to be there for a team like Wheeler. It's cool to see him come up with one.
Wizard trying to score. A rejection by Brown and really showing their length and athleticism. Careless pass. Let's see if Liberty can get a shot off, and there's Mast. And Jacob Mast gets his first bucket of the second half. 3 seconds to go. Brown's going to fire it up from three. Rolls out, and the defensive board. That's going to end the third quarter. 59-35. 24-point lead for the Wildcats.
I love that pass from Lane Josie on that final possession. A little no-look one-hander for the easy bucket for his teammate Tyler Parker. Wheeler's athleticism and their sheer talent, their ability to shoot the basketball, that's really coming through now. And Jaylen Brown, though he's missed a couple of dunks and he's missed some looks at the rim, he's able to hit a couple of free throws, and his 14 rebounds, it might even be 15 at this point.
Dominated the boards, yeah, it might be 15.
He is really good on the defensive end of the floor, cleaning up the glass.
And your boy Cameron Jordan, I think he spoke to us. He said, you're talking too much about Brown, too much about Phillips. What about me?
Absolutely, and yeah, he wanted to make his presence felt too, and that was a beautiful
We're going to go to our instant replay. There you see Phillips hit from the wing, and then there's the dunk by Jordan saying, hey, guys, Brad, Judah, come on, guys, I'm here too.
Cameron Jordan, the beautiful one-hand slam.
And all that was created on defense. That's what's so amazing about this Wheeler team. Their defense, their press.
And again, we keep talking about Sambari Phillips too. He was 1 for 1 from three-point range in the first half, but he already hit 3 more in this third quarter alone. He's got 4 three-pointers on the night, and he has got a great-looking stroke from deep. He'll be a nice addition to the Tennessee team.
I'd say the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, we saw Wheeler a little hesitant, maybe a little nervous, just trying to get their feet underneath them in their shot. And then they started hitting the threes and opening up inside-outside transition. And Jordan misses that three. Another offensive rebound. The man who just checked in, that's Yanni Starr. And there's Brown. He twists, he turns, he spins, and he's fouled. Misses the shot.
Yeah, first time we've seen Yanni Starr in this game. Nice to see him too.
Blake Walker gets his second personal foul called on him, and Brown will go back to the line for the Wildcats.
Bilal Abdur-Rahim is not on the floor right now, but he got good quality minutes in that third quarter. One of the more famous alumni that come out of Wheeler, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, who had himself a nice NBA career as well. Not completely sure on what the relation is between the two.
And a guy named J.J. Hickson used to play right here in Portland.
We've heard of J.J.
J.J. Hickson.
He was around during that 2006 Wheeler appearance.
It's a pretty good rebounder, workhorse.
Yeah, he loves getting his rebounds, that's for sure.
He does. Mass from three, too strong. And loose ball, no foul call, trying to go for it. Look at that hustle there. Good save by the Falcons and Greenlee. Pass underneath the Greenlee, lays it in. How about that?
Great look by Blake Walker. The officials really decided to let him play right there on that sequence early here in the fourth quarter. Walker, great feed down low. Greenlee, a nice finish. Hello.
Starr, air ball, rebound, Mast. And there's another steal, careless pass behind the back. Showtime, Cameron Jordan. Jordan likes dunking him.
Great chemistry on this team.
He doesn't miss him at least.
No, he doesn't. That's more than Jaylen Brown could say, too.
Another steal, another careless pass. Once you're up in the air, you can only pass the ball or shoot it, and you're not going to shoot it from all the way to the court. And we have another turnover and a foul. And that foul will be called on Byron Greenlee, and that's his fourth. Some foul trouble. Greenlee has 4, and Alvarado also has 4. Let's go to our instant replay. You'll see the steal. Look at that behind-the-back pass. Look at Cameron Jordan with authority.
Two-hander, too, for Cameron. Jaylen Brown, the nice behind-the-back delivery.
Nice.
Now, one thing that jumps out, and it will obviously jump out with a team this good, is the team chemistry. They know where each other's going to be most of the time, and they're aggressive with their backdoor, behind-the-back, no-look feeds. Sometimes it ends up as a turnover.
Yeah,
but
sometimes a little too daring. Exactly.
When it works, man, is it pretty.
More pressure. This time, good ball movement. Mast trying to get the ball. Finds Greenlee from 8. And Greenlee gets the soft, beautiful roll. Greenlee, 4 straight points for the Falcons.
Jaylen Brown got up big time to try to block that shot. That's the second time today we've seen Greenlee be able to get it right above his outstretched arm for the bucket.
The turnovers are there. The turnovers are there, Judah, and they're taking advantage. Let's see, Liberty can knock this one down short with that 3 from Alvarado. Offensive rebound, put back. Missed that one, and Jordan comes away with the defensive board with 6:13 left in the game. Oh, the spin. Yeah, everyone said, oh. Not this time. Can't get it to go. The rebound, but another steal. That's Yanni Starr.
Double dribble, yeah.
You're going to call a double dribble before the foul and another turnover.
Yeah, Yanni Starr, he only came into the game a couple minutes ago, but once he finally got the ball, he's like, man, I'm dunking this thing. But he double dribbled on his way up. Now, Jaylen Brown, he might have just seen his last action of the ball game with 6:04 left, checking off the floor.
They're having a lot of fun, Wheeler. They're all getting
they
all want to dunk. They all want to do the Showtime passes.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, with this with the spirit of competition and everything.
No, they're good sportsmen. They've been playing hard, and finally a layup by Lane Josie. But they just come right at you. They attack the Wildcats all the way from Marietta, Georgia. One of the best teams in the nation. Just beat one of the other best teams in the nation. Another offensive rebound. That's Yanni Starr's come in, and he's done a great job on the boards. 2 offensive rebounds. I can't control that one. We'll give him 1. Greenlee steals it away. Here comes Greenlee. Goes left, lays it in. Greenlee, 6 points in the last 2 minutes.
And he's the big man on this team, but look at him taking it coast to coast.
I like that. The 6'3" junior post.
He had a right-handed hook shot in the first half. He's peered a couple over the outstretched arms of Jaylen Brown, and now a fast break layup.
All we can say is Mr. Greenlee, a little bit more in the third and the first half would have been beautiful. If you're a fan of Liberty, that's what you're thinking. Some fancy dribbling by Perry, spins and uses the left. And he gets the roll. Oh, Perry. Are you kidding me, Darius Perry? Now it's fun for them. 66-43 under 5 minutes to go in the first game of the Les Schwab tournament, game number 1. Another rebound. Here comes Jordan. He runs. They all run. Jordan, 3 dunks in the second half. Cameron Jordan, he could put a reel just alone in the second half.
Man, Cameron Jordan, he hasn't done much to make it happen, but
he runs
and he finds the right place at the right time, and they're delivering him the ball.
Woo. And he doesn't miss those dunks. I'm going to stress that. Underneath, Mast gets it blocked. And here comes, we'll get a foul before Darius Perry can spin and pass anymore. Alley-oops or dunks.
Darius Perry's got some mad handles, too. I mean, a couple possessions ago, we just saw him spin move, dribble between the legs, get himself to the rack, and that beautiful finish as we see a replay here. Once again, Cam Jordan, bam, making it happen. Getting his opportunities and making the most of them. Not surprised here to let Liberty give Jake Mast the controls, even though he's a post player by trade. He's probably the most heady and smart player that they have, too. He'll know what to do with the basketball.
Greenlee underneath. Look at that. Another layup. What is that, 8 points now in this
quarter alone for Greenlee.
Greenlee has made, I think, the last 8 points for Liberty. Nice.
He seems like a savvy offensive player in his own right.
Well, he woke up. Look at him. He's all red. His arms, his face. The tomatoes out in him. All right, another offensive rebound. Yanni Starr puts it back, misses that, fighting for the rebound. It comes away to number 22. That's Bafaro, the 6'1 junior. Mast is going to move that ball around. There you go. Alvarado from the corner. Alvarado buries that one.
So that's the kind of offensive possession that it's gonna take in order to stay with the Wheeler team. It would be nice if that would have been in the second and third quarters as well.
Exactly. If you can't match her athleticism and length, then that's what you have to do. The ball movement, the shooting. We're going to have a travel on the Wildcats before the shot. And that was on Abdur Rahim. And we're going to have more substitutions for both teams. With 3 minutes and 18 seconds left, we have a 20-point game here at Liberty High School with the Falcons trailing the Wildcats 68-48. Judah and Brad bringing you the game. Underneath, Blake gets rejected. Piece of it, we're going to have a foul as Blake Walker sitting there on his back saying, please call the foul.
Yeah, really delayed call. I'm interested to see if they call this a shooting foul or.
Well, he's dying to get some free throw attempts.
Yeah, not sure
Work
if I
on your
completely
free throws.
see where that was warranted against Yanni Starr, but a very delayed call, and Walker will be the beneficiary of it.
If you're head coach Aaron Johnson of Liberty, what do you say to your team after this game?
Well, you know, he knows his team better than I know his team, but I've actually been impressed with the way that they fought and a lot of the individual talent that's on this team. Again, going up against other 5A competition in the state of Oregon, I think they have as good a shot as anybody to make a deep run in the playoffs this year. What I say to them is I try to instill confidence in them. Obviously, I say, hey, don't look at the scoreboard. Or if you do look at the scoreboard, look at how many points you put up against the number 10 team in the nation. Like,
Exactly.
Especially in high school basketball, you don't often see teams thriving in the upper 50s. And against a team as talented as Wheeler, they'll get a chance here in the final 3 minutes to get up to about 55, 56 points.
Yanni Starr just scores in the painted area again. Yanni Starr's come off the bench and put some points up.
I think part of it, too, for Liberty is just the experience. I mean, a lot of the guys that are playing on this team, when they were younger, they'd be working this event. You know, they'd be helping out with the ushering and the sales and making sure everything goes smoothly. Now they get to play in it
I
themselves.
just love how they just keep fighting. They're going for every loose ball, and underneath Abdur Rahim is fouled. He'll go to the stripe for the Wildcats. But yeah, they're fighting no matter what the score is. They're losing by right now 21 points, pending on the free throws. And they're still going out there and trying. And another good point you mentioned, what Aaron Johnson should say. He should also talk about how many turnovers they forced on the Wildcats.
Absolutely. I could go down the roster of guys that have played and entered into this game and gotten good quality minutes for Liberty and tell you something I like about each and every one of them. There's not a single guy that I can't come up with something positive to say, and I mean that's just a mark of a good team. There really is. Lane Josie and Greenlee I've been impressed with as well. Jacob Mast, I mean, love the effort from him. The guy that just got the rebound, Blake Walker, as well. And Wizard probably has the best name on the team.
There's an open shot for Kaiser, and he misses that, but the ball will remain with Liberty.
Meanwhile, for Wheeler, of course, on Tuesday they played Montverde and they beat them. And a lot of people are expecting those two teams to match up again in the Invitational Championship in this one. Now, there's a lot of good Oregon schools, and, of course, the defending champion Rainier Beach has something to say about that.
We'll see.
But I know Montverde would love a second chance at Wheeler coming up on Tuesday if they can get that opportunity.
Bufaro misses the three, and another offensive rebound, another steal, and a foul will be committed. And that's Braden Bufaro.
DeJunte Murray, the kid from Rainier Beach, he's the #1 Pacific Northwest recruit. We're going to get to see him over the weekend as well. And, of course, Wes Lynn, the defending back-to-back state champions for the state of Oregon.
And we got to call a couple of their games. They have some good players returning because most of their good players were juniors last year.
Yeah, Peyton Pritchard's a junior this year. He's one of the most decorated Oregon players. He's been an Oregon State Player of the Year. He's won 2 state titles. He's already committed to Oklahoma. But he had the likes of Gonzaga, Oregon, Villanova, and Wisconsin all looking at him. I mean, everywhere you look, so much talent from a team's perspective and a depth perspective, but also the individual talent in this Invitational is just exceptional.
It is. Jaylen Brown's one of those players, and he has not signed with anyone yet, but I know he's thinking Georgia, Georgia Tech, UCLA, Kansas, North Carolina. Those are some big schools. Do you want to stay in state, or do you want to go to Kansas or North Carolina and UCLA, which has a little bit better of a reputation, basketball-wise at least? Depends. A lot of decisions to make, a lot of talent. We're going to have a great time. Of course, it's only day one, game one. Oh, nice block. Stay with it. You see Blake Walker. I like that. Keep the intensity up. 1 minute, 23 seconds. You're down by 24 points. But this is a learning experience, and this is how you get better.
Now they're getting the ball moving. And if other teams are going to be playing Wheeler later on, you got to be able to keep the ball movement side to side. A lot of motion around the perimeter. Make those guys that are trying to pressure the ball handler change direction. And then you'll get your open looks on the inside, maybe a back baseline feed. But it's when the ball starts to sit in one place, that's when you get in trouble.
Walker, that was a three, in and out. Another defensive rebound by the Wildcats. In transition, battling for the rebound. Looks like it might have been one of the Liberty guys knocked that in. I'm not sure if if Wheeler actually knocked that in, it looked like one of the Falcons. Did you get a look at that?
It looked like a team point to me.
Yeah, I don't know who you give credit that basket to. It's pretty interesting. Offensive rebound, working it hard, and there's the foul. Kaiser draws the foul, and it'll be 2 shots for Kaiser with 39 seconds. 39 seconds left, 75-49. Wheeler Wildcats 9-0 on the season. Liberty 4-2 overall, 2-0 in league play. We're watching another one of these plays.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice tip in that time. That was Isaiah Swan now on the replay.
Swan, one of the reserves, 6'5" sophomore, getting some of their younger guys experience. A couple more possessions. Might as well throw it up. Let's see, Sam Jackson, too strong. And the rebound comes away to Kaiser.
Now Liberty's got a chance here to kind of match their point total from the first half.
Blake Walker can't handle the ball. Another turnover, another steal by the pressure D of the Wheeler Wildcats. You see a lot of people exiting, but it was a very, very exciting game. You can't just look at the score and say it was a bad game, because it was a good basketball game. If you love the game of basketball, there was a lot of positives for both teams. One team has more talent, and they won. And that's the end of the game. It's going to do it right here. Game number 1 for the Les Schwab Invitational, 75-49. Wheeler over the Liberty Falcons. Brad and my man Judah Newby, it was fun. We'll be back tomorrow. What are your last final thoughts of this game?
Well, Wheeler looked good. If I'm their coaching staff, though, I'll talk to them about trying to take a little bit more care of the basketball. But the brand of basketball they play is so fun, so vertical. It's up and down, and it all starts. It's based about creating turnovers, pressuring the ball handlers, pressuring the passing lanes as well. That's going to be difficult for anybody. But if you run into some other good teams in the tournament with a little bit better ball handlers and guys that are able to find the open pass and make it happen a little bit quicker, Wheeler's going to have to come out of that pressure defense at some point down the line. But as it stands right now, I mean, they're going to be a tough team to reckon with down the stretch. They look good tonight. I'm also very impressed with the way Liberty played and fought back in this game. That first quarter is something Liberty can really hang their hat on, and the way they fought back at the end as well. And hopefully we'll get an interview here as well.
It looks like we're going to have the head coach from the Wheeler Wildcats being interviewed right now, Doug Lipscomb. Our sideline reporter will be with Doug Lipscomb. Once again, the final score from Liberty High School, 75-49. Wheeler over Liberty. We'll be back tomorrow for more games of the Les Schwab Invitational Tournament 2014. For Judah Newby, I'm Brad Stein. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you to the whole crew. Excellent job.